Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the L'Oreal Infallible range. I've got some L'Oreal Infallible Lip Colors that are high shine and will stay in place all day, and also some L'Oreal Infallible Eye Paint. So if you are interested in seeing what I think about these and how I created this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so I seem to have a visitor. This is my cat Margot. Maggie for short. She's absolutely gorgeous. She just wanted to come and say hello. She's feeling a little bit left out at the moment, so she won't leave my side. Okay, so let's move straight on to the eye look. Really quite excited to get these on. I've experimented with them slightly, but I've only had them for a couple of days. And the Huda Beauty Nude palette has really taken over my life. I absolutely love that palette. If you are on my Instagram, you'll have seen the pictures of my mum wearing the Huda Beauty Nude palette yesterday. If you're not on my Instagram, I post quite a lot of pictures on there of things that I don't actually review on YouTube. So my mum wasn't on the review of the Huda Beauty Nude palette, so I posted some pictures of her wearing that yesterday. So if you want to see those sorts of things, you need to follow me on Instagram as well, and it's just Pampered Wolf, all in lowercase. So let's move on to this eye look. I stopped off at the L'Oreal counter and bought quite a few things the other day, including the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour lipsticks. And I've also got some liquid eyeshadows. Now I picked these up in 3 different shades because these are the shades that I thought I would wear quite a lot, and these are the ones that appealed to me. However, they are available in 15 different shades. These are £5.99 in the UK. At the moment, these are on sale in Walgreens for $5.99. And in the US, I don't think you get the individuals, you get the duos. So you're actually getting 2 for the price of 1 because there's one at the bottom and then there's also one at the top. So like I said before, these come in 15 shades, obviously more in the US, but I'm not quite sure. So please update everybody below if you are in the US and you know how many shades this come in. I would really appreciate your input and tell me how many shades there are available just to update the whole group. So these come in neutrals, they come in mattes, they come in shimmers, metallics, and also really bold colours if you fancy being a little bit more adventurous. Margot, honestly, I am going to ban you from this room in a second. Just playing with my chair. Anyway, these are supposed to be ultra long lasting, ultra bold in colour, and it's a liquid to powder formation. Having said that, I haven't found that these are liquid to powder. I found that these are liquid to stuck on. So these may be really good if you struggle with powder, if you are allergic to powder formations. Really? If you're allergic to powder formations, if you have really sensitive eyes so you can't use powder around the eyes, then these may be excellent for you. So let's get some of these on. Okay, so Margot had to go. She's making far too much noise. So you are supposed to go in with the lightest shade first, but I'm actually not going to do that, being a rebel that I am. I'm going to put the shade 306, which is called Nudist, on first. This hardly showed up on my mum's skin yesterday when we tried this out. We obviously took the Huda Beauty Nude palette off her lid before she was just about to leave the house yesterday, just so that we could try these on her, and this shade hardly showed up on her skin, and yet it shows up quite dramatically on my skin. So I'm just going to pop this in the crease. And quite quickly, I'm just going to get a little brush and blend this out, especially on the outer V. So I do think that's really nice. It would actually look nice with just this all over the lid and then blend it up. And then you wouldn't need to use any other colour whatsoever. It would just be shove it on and leave the house. As simple as that. So I do quite like these. I don't know why I keep going over them, because they're not budging anymore. They are set in place. So I'm just going to deepen up that outer edge using the shade 207, which is called Sassy Squad. This is a really deep purpley colour. Let me just show you the applicator that you get with this, because I didn't show you earlier. It's very, very similar to a liquid lip applicator. I'm not sure you could use these on your lip. Maybe you can. Maybe I'll try that another day. Not with this shade though. I think I might look like Morticia if I use this shade on my lips. Okay, so I'm going to use this very, very sparingly. In fact, what I think I might do is apply this to the back of my hand and do it from there, because this is super, super pigmented, and the darker the shade, the harder it is to blend out. So just going to add a tiny bit to my brush, and I'm just going to go into the outer edge and blend that in to the crease just a little bit. I've literally applied about a dot of this to the end of my brush, and you get a lot of colour payoff with this, and it's really not going anywhere. But you have to work so fast, because that is now locked in place and not going anywhere. You now can't blend it out. So if you don't work fast, these aren't going to work for you. It's just going to look patchy and just a little bit naff. Another good thing about applying these with a brush rather than your fingertips is, one, it's a lot less messy, but also you can be a lot more precise with a brush and get each side exactly the same. I struggled yesterday when I was working with my fingertips to actually get both sides to look the same, because obviously using your fingertips is great for colour payoff, but not for accuracy and blendability. I also think that when you're using your finger, you drag the eyelid and apply a lot more pressure than is necessary. Whereas when you're actually using a brush, you really do let the brush do the work and not drag the skin so much. So you could quite happily leave the look like that if that's what you wanted to do. Like I said, the darker shades are a lot harder to blend out, and I do think this is going to take a little bit of practice before you get it absolutely perfect, because I've only experimented with these shades a couple of times, once on myself and once on my mum, and I've never used a brush with them before until today. So they're going to take a little bit of practice to get these right, but these could be your saviour if you really, really struggle to use powder shadows because they creep into your fine lines. This could really save you. So I'm going to put something a little bit metallic, a little bit of a shimmer on the lid. This is 205 in Cocky Bisque. It's like a champagne-y colour, and it's just absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to apply this to that part of my lid, and you can, like I said before, blend this out with your fingertip if that's what you choose to do. Gosh, see what I mean about it drying down super, super fast? Look how nice that is. That's a real shimmer. You can layer this up if you want a little bit more shimmer, but I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to try and put a little bit of the purple shade. This is my mum's favourite shade. When we tried it on her yesterday, she absolutely loves purples. I'm going to try and create a bit of liner with this. I'm going to put this on the back of my hand again, take a liner brush and work quite quickly. Now that's by no means perfect. I'm going to try and do the same on the other side. I think I'll need more product because the product I've put on my hand has dried already. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do the other side. Okay, so that side I managed to do a lot better. Like I said, practice makes perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but we're getting there. So although this isn't an absolutely perfect look, I do feel with a little bit of practice, now I'm used to working that fast. Maybe in a couple of days' time, I could achieve the perfect look. I'm not knocking these products. They're meant to dry really fast because they're meant to lock in place, and if they didn't dry fast, then the liquid would find its way into any fine lines or wrinkles and then lock there. So you need it to dry fast for it to work properly. So I'm definitely not knocking the fact that these dry really fast. They're supposed to. It's just you need to really have your wits about you and get in there immediately to start blending it out. I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back to try out the lip colours. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to finish off the bottom lash line. I'm going to use the shade Nudist in 306 because I don't want it to be too dark on the bottom lash line. I'm just going to pop that on my hand rather than applying it directly to the bottom. And I'm going to use a cotton bud, Q-tip, and I'm just going to apply that to the bottom lash. And smoke that out. The more I use these, the more I like them. So love that. I'm going to apply a little bit of the sparkly 205, which is in the shade Cocky Bisque, which I applied all over the lid earlier on. Apply that to the back of my hand and again go in with the Q-tip. These are slightly bittier, they're not as smooth, but they've got metallic shading. So I really like this particular look. You could use these three shades in so many different ways. Like I said earlier on, you could just put the 306 just all over the eyelid and blend that out and be out the door in seconds. You could also use the 306 just with the 205 in Cocky Bisque. Or you could do what I do and darken up the edges with Sassy Squad 207. Or you could put this all over the lid if you want to be really vibrant or have quite a dark look. I really like these shades. So would I use these instead of using my powder eyeshadows? I would definitely use these again, but I definitely wouldn't use them instead of my powder eyeshadows because powder eyeshadows are a lot easier to blend out and you can also take your time, whereas you have to really rush with these to get it blended out before they really lock in place. However, I do feel like these do fit a purpose and a need. If you have really crepey eyelids and you really struggle with powder eyeshadows because they always find the creases and the fine lines and wrinkles, then these are really going to fit your purpose. They are going to lock in place, they are not going to move, they are not going to move into any of the fine lines and wrinkles or creases. So they're going to look perfect all day. So that definitely does suit that need. Also, if you are allergic to eyeshadows or you have really sensitive eyes and can't cope with the powders, then these also may really suit you. I really like them. I'm definitely going to be using them again. Not all the time, but these will definitely get used. So let's move on to the lips. So I picked up 2 of the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour lip shades yesterday, and these are super stunning. If you are on my Instagram and saw the picture of my mum wearing the Huda Beauty nude palette yesterday, she was actually wearing this colour on her lips, which is the shade Born to Blush in 125. It looked absolutely stunning on her, and she does tend to mix her lipsticks up to find the perfect shade. And she said with this particular one, she didn't have to mix it up at all. This one she would wear on its own. Absolutely stunning on her. The one I'm going to be trying out today is the 115 in Infinitely Mocha. I really like this shade. I wore it all day yesterday. These stick in place and do not budge. The only thing you have to reapply throughout the day is the other end, which is the moisturizing stick, which contains hyaluronic acid in there and really does keep your lips hydrated and gives them the high shine if you want that particular finish. Let me know if you've tried these already in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about them, whether you love them, whether you hate them. I'm always intrigued about what you think, and these have been around for about a year now, so a lot of people will have tried them, but as it's winter, thought I'd give these a go. So these come in more than the 2 shades that I've got now. It's 16 shades you can get them in the UK, or 22 shades in the US. These are £9.99 in the UK, $12.99 in the US, and they usually come on a 3 for 2, or if you're in the US, buy one, get the second one half price, which is great value for money, and they've got some beautiful, beautiful shades in here. So these are a high shine lip colour. In just 2 steps you can have plump shiny lips that last up to 24 hours. So you've got the liquid lip, which is the colour pigment, and then you've got a moisturising lipstick that you can keep applying through the day. And believe me, you will have to keep applying this through the day because this is the bit that disappears. It does leave the lip colour on your lips, but you will have to keep applying the moisture stick throughout the day. So these come in lots of different shades. Like I said before, 16 in the UK, 22 in the US. I will put a few pictures of what the shade range is like. It does come in nudes, pinks, reds, and plums. So there are a lot of shades to choose from, and they were all absolutely stunning. So the one that I'm going to try out today is the 115 in Infinitely Mocha. You can apply this with or without a lip liner if you decide to do that. I applied it with a lip liner yesterday. The only problem with that I found is it wasn't a 24-hour lip liner, so that disappeared throughout the day, whereas the Infallible Lip Color stayed on my lips all day. So it looked a little bit strange after a while. So I'm just going to apply the Infallible Lip Color directly to my lips. This goes on really, really shiny. As you can see, this is really shiny on my lips, but it dries down to more of a matte sheen. It's incredibly sticky. It doesn't actually feel sticky, but when your lips hit each other, if this isn't perfectly dry, it's quite tacky and your lips will stick together, and then it gets a little bit stringy. It's not particularly pleasant. So I would let this dry down before you start talking. I really need to take my own advice and shut up. I will say that if you're wanting to overline your lips, then maybe this might not be the best lipstick to go for, because this is not a flat matte. And if you are overlining with something that isn't a flat matte, then generally you can see where your natural lip line finishes and where the overline starts. So it's not as flattering a look to overline with something that is not a flat matte shade, but these are absolutely beautiful and I really love this color. So on this side that you have the color, let me just show you the applicator. It's pretty generic, it's very easy to use. It's a very, very thin formula, not like a usual liquid lip that's actually quite thick, especially the Smashbox ones, and the NYX ones are actually quite a thick formula. This is a little bit more like a Jeffree Star formula, which is quite loose and you can get quite a thin layer on your lips, so it doesn't feel as clarty as the thicker formulas. It's a really, really nice formula. I used this on my mum yesterday, and I would say that if you're wanting really high pigment, you may need 2 coats of this. My mum used it with 1 coat yesterday and loved it, but it can go a little bit patchy in areas, so just be warned. Sometimes you may only need one coat, sometimes two. I guess it just depends on the natural oils that are in your lips to begin with. So on the other side of the lipstick, you've got a little bit of a booster balm there with hyaluronic acid. This will plump up the lips, it will fill the lips full of hydration, and it will give that high gloss shine. It's really nice. Just be warned not to have it too high when you first start applying it, because this melts on the lips. Any heat and this just dissolves. So just have it quite low down, otherwise you'll be in a little bit of a mess. It's such a lovely formula. My lips feel really hydrated. My mum absolutely detests a matte lipstick. The only reason being she hates her lips feeling really dry, and she coped with this really well yesterday, which says a lot for this product. So I've got a feeling the booster balm is actually going to run out a lot sooner than the liquid lip. Yesterday I applied the booster balm 5 times and only had to apply the liquid pigment once. So common sense says, unless they've got loads of this in the tube, which they haven't, it finishes here, it's going to run out a lot sooner than the actual lip pigment. If you've tried this already and you've run through this, do let me know how long it lasted for, because obviously I have absolutely no idea. Also, let me know if a normal lip balm will work really nicely with this product, because obviously when you've run out of this, you don't really want to have to go and buy a brand new one when you've still got some lip pigment left. So please let me know if you've tried it with a normal lip balm and see how it works. So if you've been subscribed for quite a long time, or you've watched quite a few of my videos, you will know that I have pretty much a love-hate relationship with L'Oreal products. There are only a couple that I swear by, and most of them I absolutely detest, and they just don't work on my skin. So I am actually quite surprised that I love both of these. I really do, and I will wear them both again, especially the Infallible 24-hour lipsticks. I think these are amazing, really nice, good quality, and I think you'll see my mum wearing this one quite a lot because she absolutely loves the colour. So I have nothing bad to say about these. There are positives and negatives for both of them, but the positives outweigh the negatives, especially if they suit your needs. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget, I'm also on Instagram as well. I will post pictures of people wearing products on my Instagram that you will not see on YouTube. So if you're interested in seeing those and also having an insight into my personal life, then please follow me on Instagram as well. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, there is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can click subscribe. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye!